tools in achieving sustainable impact in the pharmacy profession. And we'll be having pharmacist Ehitere Patrick, the CEO Ontario Pharmacy. He will be the one doing justice to this very topic. We have someone else that for the topic pharmacists as agents of trust in the healthcare system, pharmacist Karim Adeni, the MD, Tabade Pharmaceutical Chemist Limited. Then finally, the last topic for today, but definitely not the least, we have fostering a healthy patient pharmacist relationship through trust. That's Mrs. Bumi Lugbega. I'm very sorry. I hope I'm pronouncing these names correctly. I'm not murdering anyone. CEO Premier Pharmacy. So I can see pharmacist Patrick Ehitere already on our screens. Welcome, pharmacist Patrick Ehitere. We'll be having you first as a panelist for this section. Please sit tight, keep your questions, type your questions, have them ready, because I'm sure that after these sessions, would have a lot to ask and inquire from them. Okay, over to you, pharmacist Patrick Ehitere. The floor is now yours.
Yeah, good morning, our pharmacist Cindy, and everyone present in the house. I can see our chairman, pharmacist Emeka Ogun is present, and the vice. Let's quickly go straight to the business of the day. Now, talking about leadership and professional association, veritable tools in achieving sustainable impacts in the pharmacy profession. We all have our desire for the pharmacy profession. We all believe that we can be better, we can be more than where we are already. And leadership, as well as participating in different professional associations, would give us a huge boost in achieving those dreams and aspirations that we have. Now, let's quickly look at what leadership entails. In very simple terms, leadership is the ability of an individual or group of individuals to influence or guide other members of an association. Now, influencing or guiding other members of the association, you must have a vision. And there is always going to be strategy. And this leader must communicate that vision and strategy to the set of persons who he's influencing or she's influencing, and be able to identify those talents with which to achieve those goals and aspirations, or those visions that's been identified. And finally, be able to show gratitude and empathy where necessary. These are very, very important tools to achieve most of our own sustainable impacts in the pharmacy profession. Now, what are those major impacts that we're looking at? Professional development is one major thing that we want to see. We want to gain more relevance in pharmacy in Nigeria. And we need leadership with vision, the empathy, the drive, communication skills, and all that to achieve this. Or one major factor which we cannot never ever forget or put aside is followership. I've come to believe and realize that followership often breeds leadership. And if we have bad followership, we often get bad leadership. And vice versa. If we have good leadership, good followership, and good followership, good leadership. Thus, if you have any impact, if you have anything to give, you must be part of the body. You must be part of the association, either as a follower or as a leader. And it's very important for us to know that it's like a Venn diagram, a set diagram, where you have leadership, you have followership, and management skills. If you have a good follower and you have good management skills, and you could always make a good leader. And these are very important attributes that we must start to imbibe in, we must start to develop, we must start to push ourselves to achieve. And that brings us to major leadership strengths that also followers should assume, also followers should adopt. Self-awareness, very, very key. And if you know yourself, you understand yourself, you should be able to harness your potentials fully and develop them. Situation awareness, being able to identify issues around and make sure that you get the best out of those issues, or make sure you can achieve the best out of issues or situations, or change the scenarios or change the situation with the barest minimum efforts. Excellent communication skills, very, very important, because you must be able to tell people exactly what you want and how you want it to be done. You'll be able to have this ability to resolve conflicts. Conflict resolution skills is very, very important for all leaders, because at different points in times, you should have issues that will be presenting differing ideas, and be able to identify how to harness these ideas to achieve a common goal. Now, collaboration skills and intercultural sensitivity is very key for any leader. And these are things that we need to achieve our own impacts in the pharmacy profession. Now, qualities of self-development as well as team development is key for all leaders. You must be able to develop yourself and be able to develop also your team to achieve those common goals and objectives that you have. And strategic thinking and acting, not just to think about the idea, not just to have, but to also fashion out ways to achieve those ideas that you have in mind. And ethical practice and civil mindedness is also very important. And last but not the least, innovation. A leader must be innovative. A leader must be able to get ways to make things happen with the barest minimum efforts. That's like thinking about how to climb stairs without really expending so much energy. And that's the leadership ideology where they came up with the elevator. So if we want to keep thinking about, if you are a leader, you must not say because you stressed yourself to climb stairs to get to a particular position, then there shouldn't be other easier ways to make people achieve the same heights as you've achieved. So mentorship and being a mentee should be very much important skills or attributes of any leader. You must know how to follow and learn how to guide those who are following. It's very, very key and important. Now, we have over time got to see that participation in pharmacy activities over the years is not as it should be. We have over 20,000 pharmacies registered, and in activities like conferences, activities like YPG, ACPN, we have very, very minimal turnouts. In Nigeria now, we know we have over 1,000 YPs, registered YPs. And in this program, for example, we don't have that many YPs present in this activity. And that tells how much the kind of leadership we would have. Some persons are very comfortable sitting on the sides and bickering about the situation of things, that believing that, okay, you can one or turn out a magical dream of yours to make things happen. If you don't participate, if you're not involved, those changes you want to see will never come to pass. And it's very, very easy. Attending meetings, being part of the process, they are carrying out activities, you are part of it. If you have ideas on how these things should be done better, you communicate those ideas. And eventually, those dreams and aspirations, those objectives and goals that you believe can be achieved will be achieved. You cannot sit on the sides and assume that things will be done the way you want them to be done. You have issues with your place of employment. You cannot sit in your office and keep complaining that these issues are existing, whereas you are not associating. Association is a very, very important um, tool in achieving anything at all. And that brings us to even political participation. Being part of any political party, being part of the politics, being part of being in circular politics, you can achieve a lot. Pharmacists need to get more involved. Yesterday, I told someone that I was with two local government chairmen in Delta State here. And it's not because I'm a pharmacist alone, but because they've identified with me, I've identified with them. And in the various minimum activities, I've engaged myself with them. And these are things that we can do. We have many pharma politicians who have not really harnessed that skill because of the fear of association, or the fear that the association will not support them. But they are also not associating with the association or associating with pharmacy. So we must be able to identify our skills, identify ourselves, and make the best with ourselves. Because only in togetherness can we achieve most of our dreams and aspirations. One broomstick can never be called a broom. You just call it a broomstick. You can never use it to sweep. But if it's a broom where they are all packed together, in fact, the more they are, the more effective it will be. And that's why we've always wanted, and that's why we always look at enemy with envy. We believe that these persons are better than us. We believe that they've achieved much more than we have. But the truth is this: if there is no association, if they have not been able to achieve a level of leadership and followership, most of these things that we've seen them achieve, they will not be able to achieve them. So we as pharmacists, we should learn to harness our leadership skills as well as improve our followership skills to get a better association. I don't want to take so much of our time. Let's also open to more questions because the topic is still leadership and professional associations, veritable tools in achieving sustainable impacts in the pharmacy profession. So let us still continue to engage ourselves because it's supposed to be an interactive section. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much. That was pharmacist Eyiter Patrick, and just did justice to the topic leadership and professional association, veritable tools in achieving sustainable impact in the pharmacy profession. So if you're just joining us, we just finished one part of our plenary section, and I'm very sure we learned one thing or two. So welcome. I see that some people just joined. Like, we have more people in the house. Okay, good. So without wasting much of our time, we'll be taking the second panelist for today, the person of pharmacist Karim Adeniji. Yeah, he corrected me on that. Adeniji, not Adeniyi. The MD Tabade Pharmaceuticals Chemists Limited. The topic he'll be speaking to us about will be pharmacists as agents of trust in the healthcare system. And this is almost bearing on the World Pharmacists Day theme, as pharmacists as agents of trust. Pharmacy always trusted for your health. So would actually see more, because we'll be getting questions about why did they choose this topic, why are we talking about trust at a time like this. So we're hoping that pharmacist Karim Adeniji would clear up some of those doubts for us. Pharmacist Adeniji, it is your time now. If you're here and
Morning.
you can hear, thank you
Can
very
you
much.
hear me? Can
Yes,
everyone
we
hear
can.
me? Okay, so I'll just be switching off my camera just to save some bandwidth.
All right.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Firstly, I'd like to thank YPG and Yimika for inviting me to speak today. My name is Karim Adeniji. I'm the MD of Tabere Pharmaceutical Chemists Limited. I'm a pharmacist, biomedical scientist, and public health consultant. I think I missed the criteria for YPG, maybe the two of them, even though I like to think of myself as a young pharmacist. But anyway, we'll carry on. So my topic today is pharmacists as trust agents in the healthcare system. Pharmacists have been named among the 5 most trusted professionals in the healthcare team. And in terms of numbers globally, pharmacists rank 3rd. So it's a happy day for us, but I think for us in Nigeria, it's a happy day and a day of reflection. Because when it comes to trust, some factors affect the trust of pharmacists, where we are talking about the clients. So the key factors to success for any provider or even any product, it's 3 factors, which is awareness, accessibility, and affordability. All these factors control how you're perceived, how you'll be trusted, and how your services will be assessed. So I'll just deviate a bit, 2 minutes, give some numbers, Nigerian numbers. In terms of the population, 50% are below 19, 20 years to 34, 25%, 34 years to 64 are 20%, and above 65 5% of the population. So I was quite surprised by what Patrick said when he said there's 1,000 registered YPG members. It's a bit shocking because I thought of all the licensed pharmacists about to undergo NYSC. I tend to think they're mostly young. In terms of numbers of registered pharmacists, like Patrick said, there are about 25,000, and we have about 4,000 pharmacy premises. In a study by Young in 2018, 59% of the pharmacists of these pharmacies are in active service. So we should even look at that 25,000 number as everybody in service. 42% are in community and 11% are in hospital. There's also disparity in distribution of pharmacies. You have 40% in the Southwest, 10% in the Northeast and West. And contrary to belief, there's a decline in the applications for letter of good standing, which might mean, migration is not happening as high as we think. The essence of me reading out these numbers is the deficit of pharmacies and pharmacists in Nigeria. To increase our trust factor, we need to work on these issues. And these issues affect the previous three factors I've spoken about, which is awareness, accessibility, and affordability. So we need to increase number of pharmacists. I mean, no doubt about that. We can't function with 25,000 in a population of 200 million. This could be done by increasing pharmacy schools, maybe setting up a rural pharmacy workforce program, and just creating situations around structuring pharmacists as key public health providers. So back to the pharmacists as trust agents. If we can ameliorate these factors I've spoken about, the pharmacist, no doubt, is one of the most respected healthcare professionals. This is because we're the gatekeepers of medications, drug dispensing, administration, drug information. We are the key link between the community and their medication. There's been a clear distinction from the medical practice for pharmacists for over 100 years. So there's been time for all to build up that trust. But the role of the pharmacist is becoming more dynamic. And if we want to increase our trust factor, we need to also move with the times. So we have pharmacists in other countries giving vaccinations, carrying out point of care tests, and other types of diagnostic tests. And actually, I was just at a co-design workshop for HIV self-test deployment in Nigeria, and pharmacists from 3 regions in Nigeria were part of that discussion, which shows our importance both from regulators, from social enterprise companies, from the clients, and generally the private sector. So pharmacists have been trusted by their clients because we've been carrying a higher burden of diagnosis, especially in a country like Nigeria, where the skilled healthcare workforce is quite low. So I think for us to maintain that trust, and as a reflection for today, we need to skill up and be highly skilled to carry out these new dynamic tasks. We also need to continue to protect our legal status as the custodians of drugs. We need to continue to raise our standards and lift our game. So by addressing some of these issues, we will address the issue of awareness. If we have more numbers, the population will be more aware of us, then we become more accessible. And the issue of affordability is actually affected by a lot of factors, probably not necessarily under our control. But we also have to factor in that issue when we are attending to our customers. So, I mean, that's just, I just wanted it to be brief, just to give a general overview of why we're trusted and how we're being trusted and how we can maintain that trust by shoring up all these numbers and factors. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Pharmacist Karim Adeniji, yeah, got that.
Yes.
Um, that was very brief and to the point. I think the whole idea is for us to know that we are trusted professionals and that people rely on us for a lot of healthcare needs. Please, young pharmacists, if you have questions, please write them, type them, drop them in the chat box, as we're supposed to have an interactive section with our panelists. If you're just joining us, I'll do a quick recap of the things we've discussed before I call on our final panelist. Yeah. So Pharmacists, a Patrick took us on the topic leadership and professional association, veritable tools in achieving sustainable impact in the pharmacy profession. He talked about having a vision, having strategy, and being part of an association, either as a follower or a leader. He quickly gave us some major leadership strengths that we should harness and cultivate. Talked about self-awareness, situation awareness, excellent communication skills, cultural sensitivity and integration, innovation, and ethical awareness as well. So that was from Pharmacist Ater Patrick. Pharmacist Karim gave us a lot of numbers that should get our mind working as to how important our roles are in the healthcare team. Talked about having to do point of care tests and just basically being involved and showing people that we are trusted professionals wherever you find yourself, community pharmacy, those working in public health, and so have you. So we are going to quickly, because we are supposed to take a lot of questions. I welcome the last panelist for today, Pharmacist Bumi Ulugbeja, the CEO, Premier Pharmacy, speaking to us on the topic fostering a healthy patient-pharmacist relationship through trust. Pharmacist Bumi Ma, if you're here with us, please, the floor is yours now. Okay, all right. Okay, just 1 minute.
Okay, right. Good afternoon. Well, it's not exactly afternoon yet, so it's still morning. Good morning. It's my pleasure to be here. Would I be allowed? Can I share my screen? I would have wanted to, even though it's a 10 minutes, just to put up something. So would you allow that as well? But then if not, I'll just go ahead and speak over it.
You can share your screen, Ma.
Okay, great. I'm also not allowed to do that. You've disabled that unless you want to.
So let's quickly work on that. Get back to you.
Okay.
Okay.
But then,
You can share your screen, my co-host now.
okay, right. I've seen that. I'm quickly looking. Okay. Okay, but I'm suddenly now. Okay, just so that we don't run past this 10 minutes, so that we're mindful of time, I'll just go ahead because I seem to be having a little bit of issues sharing that. So I'm supposed to be speaking on fostering a healthy patient-pharmacy relationship through trust. Pharmacist Karim also, as his topic was supposed to be also speaking about trust. So, and I think thankfully we're both looking at it from we've chosen to look at it from different perspectives. I just think that makes it more ideal. So I guess I'll just go on. Okay, now, so just looking at the keyword foster. So foster means to encourage the development of whatever that it is. So of course, in this subject matter, it's talking about the patient or pharmacist trust. So how that we would get our patients to trust us. So in whatever field of pharmacy that we practice, community health, public health, hospital pharmacy, it's how that we are going to ensure and to encourage the development of trust, how that we get our patients to trust us as pharmacists. However, the present situation, the present Nigeria situation is that an average pharmacist, the average Nigerian, the average Nigerian cannot really differentiate between the pharmacist as a professional and the others. So when I use the word others, I'll just leave that to your imagination. For those who practice in retail, those who practice in hospital, you hear people call us different things. So some will say, oh, nurse. Some will say, they just usually would say anything, and then even differentiating us from as a professional from other people. So by whatever the either pharmacologists, technicians, and even from the very regular traders. Of course, you know that now because of regulation, you would always also find some stores that are not necessarily pharmacy. I'm sure one or two of us probably have in our areas places that are actually not even registered pharmacies, for example, that will boldly just use the logo pharmacy. There are lots of that. So the situation, the important thing is, how do we get an average Nigerian to know us, to trust us? We're talking about patient pharmacist trust. They have to know us, and then they have to trust us. And so the good thing is that the same tools of differentiation are also the ones that will help to foster the trust. So the same tools that would help to differentiate us are also the tools that will help to foster the trust. And I'd listed the tools, which was one of the reasons why I wanted to share my slide. But just very quickly, just about 4 of them. There are lots of them, but just to focus on this for the purpose of this conversation. Number 1 is knowledge. The truth of the matter is that you cannot give what you do not have. And so for us as individuals, what do we know as pharmacists, as professionals? Are we by the day mindful about increasing our knowledge base? The truth of the matter is that this is one of the key points in helping to gain and to garner the trust of our patients. What do you know? Are you honestly any different from a non-pharmacist? Are you different from a trader, a patent medicine store? How do we practice? What do we know? Unfortunately for us, in this information age and social media age, is both a good thing and a bad thing. The bad thing is the fact that it can serve as a major source of distraction. So unlike maybe before, where you take time to look for things, get information, and all of that. The truth of the matter is there's so many videos, there's so many skits, there's all of the things that are gathering or struggling for attention. So are you building your knowledge base? Really, you can't give what you don't have. And so this is also a call for us as pharmacists to increase our knowledge base. The patient would only trust us. And if you quickly look through maybe whatever of your practice, the times when you are giving patients information that they didn't know, it can be such simple things as how to use the anti-malaria. It can be such, just the seemingly small things to say, oh, azithromycin is best used before food. You know, the patient will probably look at you, you know, the simple things that the patient can even say, nobody ever told me this before. So how are we increasing our knowledge base? I've talked about the disadvantage of how that social media can be a distraction. But the good thing is that internet helps us to have all sorts of information at our fingertips. Are we using it? Are we looking for the information? Knowledge, our knowledge base is a good way to ensure that the patient will ultimately trust us. When patients see that you know, they would automatically just trust you. The other one I wrote here is rational dispensing. Dear colleagues, the truth of the matter is we cannot, so I had a scenario just on Friday, very unfortunate one I even shared on my social media page because it was just very frustrating. And then we know a lot of things like that happen by the time. So patients are used to people who just sell medications and not ask them any single question. Ladies and gentlemen, are we in those categories? Would you usually ask a question? Somebody wants to buy an antibiotic. What do you do? Would you say, oh, why do you want that? What do you want this for? Our patients, unfortunately, have not rationalized or have not normalized the fact that they need to be asked questions before they are given medications. They're just used to people handing medications. And how would you know that? The conversation then suddenly goes defensive. And then the patient says to you, do you want to sell or not? Especially for those of us in community pharmacy. I'm in retail, so you'll find a lot of my perspectives is from the retail pharmacy end. You know, so when patients begin to say, do you want to sell or not? That already shows that there's a problem. But then with communication, there are things that can be worked upon. But the truth of the matter is, if one person is trying to do something different in his own little space, in Ajegunle, in Lagos, what about the pharmacist? I'm glad that this is a national program. What about the pharmacist in Nazareth? What about the pharmacist in Gombe? Are we doing the same thing? If we all are doing the same thing, wherever that we are, it's only a matter of time. Patients will realize that these people, the ones that really say they are pharmacists, are really professionals because it will be different. And then over time, initially, it will seem to raise a lot of problems. You know, they may be uncomfortable with us, but at the end of the day, they will trust us, which is what this topic is about, trusting us as professionals who do the right thing. I also wrote there professional practice. That's number 3. How do we practice? What is the standard practice? Truth of the matter is we have, so when you see a lot of times when data are shared about Nigeria, the truth of the matter is, unfortunately, even for us as pharmacists, which is even a point of learning, we do not document a lot of things. So anytime that a statistics is shared and then they say this is the number of hypertensives in Nigeria, somebody like me would just snick and just laugh. And so it's not necessarily true because there are lots of them that are unrecorded. And a lot of them, you know, the way it is, wouldn't even go to the hospitals. They would be there right there with us. So what is our practice like? Do we find elderly people? Do we just do routine screenings and all of those things? The other one that I wrote is pharmaceutical care. So number 1, knowledge. Number 2, rational dispensing, professional practice, and pharmaceutical care. Of course, we understand what pharmaceutical care, and the eventual goal is to be able to optimize the quality of care that the patient gets, you know, and preventing, you know, helping the outcomes and then preventing diseases. Are we actually doing that in our practice? Are we actually offering optimum pharmaceutical care for our patients? Remember I said that these same tools of differentiation are also going to be the tools by which we would be able to build the trust of our patients in us. I'm just going to round this little talk up with a quote. So different people, different authors, I think that's also the challenge sometimes. This quote is, I think I saw 3 different names. So maybe I'll just call it, and say that the quote is author unknown. It says, trust starts with the truth and ends with the truth. So even like in a general, maybe marital relationship or whatever that it is, if you come forward with the truth of the matter, you are likely to get the trust. So trust starts with the truth and ends with the truth. So for our patients, are we honestly telling them the truth? Are we giving them the right information that they need? Are we positioning ourselves as professionals in our day-to-day practice? I usually would tell the pharmacists who work in my team, and they all know, I would say to them that it's not every time that you're wanting to make a sale out of something. Sometimes be honest enough to tell a patient to say, you don't need a medication for this. You don't need that. We hear all sorts of crazy things. Somebody could say to you, I take augmentin every month. Why? Just so that it will not weigh me down. That's the way that I've been doing it. Are we honest enough to sometimes look at the patient in the face and say, okay, that's how you've been doing it, then it's not right. You don't need to be using. What are you using it for? Antibiotics are not preventive, they're curative. So are we open to tell our patients the truth that they need, or are we just happy? And unfortunately for me and the people in the sales, maybe I'll say that I'm trying to shake that table a bit. Are we just quick to say, oh, a sale has walked in, and then we're quick to grab the antibiotic? Or are we telling the patients the truth? Are we doing all that we do from the standpoint of the truth? So I'll just say that quote again: trust starts with the truth and ends with the truth. So in all of our dealings with our patients, let's be truthful. Let us be equipped with the right information ourselves in terms of knowledge, so that we're able to do better in terms of our practice, giving them the right information that they need. These are just a few of the things that will help to foster the trust of our patients, the Nigerian population in us. Just a quick note of thoughts though. I don't know, but if you're aware, an average Nigerian, when they go abroad, they don't go into pharmacies and request for all sorts of rubbish. In fact, a few of them will come and tell you, oh, I know that when I get abroad, they won't sell it to me. So are we any different? I mean, as a young pharmacist group, the conversations are usually to do everything that we do according to the acceptable best global practices. But can that be said of us in our practice in the community, as retail pharmacists, as professionals in the hospital? We all know pharmacists. So this is even it's a general group. It's not just for retail. Are we truthful in the things that we tell them? Are we equipped with the information so that we can also give them the right advice? I leave you with that thought as I round up this presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Pharmacist Bumi Olugbeja. That was definitely a food for thoughts or two. If you're just joining us, I have no words for you because you've thoroughly missed a lot. So like I said earlier, I announced earlier, if you have any question, feel free please to use the chat box to type them. So quickly, let's just look. I think she has mentioned already, talked about being able to differentiate between the pharmacists and others. Other healthcare professionals, I suppose. And that's like a question of identity, I guess, because we get a lot of nurse, help me do this one, help me do this. So it's very important that you're able to have the identity, get them to know you, because when they know you, only then can they trust you. So I guess that works, knowledge and trust. So she talked about 4 tools to fostering healthy relationship between the pharmacist and the patient. She took us to trust knowledge, that's increasing your knowledge base, because you have to know, you have to be able to give something for people to trust you and believe in your competence. Talked about second tool was rational dispensing. Yeah, that's like the hem of everything we've been talking about as pharmacists. Rational dispensing. It's not every drug that needs, not every condition that needs a drug. Yeah. So we talked about professional practice, talked about pharmaceutical care. That's the fourth one. And finally, she ended with the quote that says that trust starts with the truth and ends with the truth. So thank you very much, Pharmacist Bumi Lugbeja. I thoroughly enjoyed that session. So I guess some people are shy to type their questions in the chat box, but I've gotten some questions privately, and we'll be moving to the plenary proper, the interactive section, the part we've all been waiting for. But I have a general question for all our panelists. I hope they are still with us and everyone can hear me. So please, I would beg, I would implore us to the panelists, please, let's have our cameras on. The YouTube community want to see our beautiful faces, our handsome faces. We want to see the face of our panelists. So please have your camera on when you be speaking. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll start with pharmacists. This question is generally for all the panelists here, but I'll start with pharmacist Bumi, and then we'll go to Farm Karim, and then we'll come back to Farm Hitere. I hope that's fine. So in line with acceptable global practices, how does the work you do in your different because I'm sure that you work in you all work in different places, community, industry, the likes, and even those that are actively in politics and professional associations and what have you. How does the work you do, um, depend largely on trust? How is trust very important to the work you do? So start with pharmacist Bumi, please. Just quickly, in 1 minute, please tell us how the work you do is important.
Take the question again.
Okay. Question is, the work you do, where you work, the things you're involved with, how is trust a very important tool to the work you do?
Oh, I'd say trust is everything. Trust is everything. And just something to say, we had 10 minutes, so it wasn't something that I wanted to spend too much time on. I just wanted to focus. It was important for me to focus. The truth of the matter is trust sometimes is built. I have this question, and I'll throw it open for, I'll just say it just also for maybe we can also learn. The way these things are, sometimes you would learn. I've also have older colleagues who have taught me a few things and it's helped. Sometimes the ability to throw a question at a customer who's proving difficult sometimes goes a long way. So sometimes I'm in retail, and sometimes I'll say to the patient to say, so do you honestly think that we don't want to make a sale? Do you honestly think that there's a practice here in Nigeria that do you think I don't want to collect that money in your pocket? Just sometimes you need to help people to help their thought process. And then you need to kickstart it with the right information. So I usually sometimes will say that and say, do you think that I really don't want to collect that money? I took an oath to safeguard your health. I took an oath, that's what I intend to do. So trust can be built. Trust is, to answer your question again, to summarize, trust is important and is something that can be built. So you can leave that patient. Of course, sometimes the patient will walk away angry, but what something like that question that I said will do is that it gets the person thinking as he goes home. So when I say to a patient, oh, you don't need to be, how long, you have such questions around teething remedy. You can hear a patient says to you, I give my child every day from month 2 to the child is 8 months, and then you say, oh God, but that's not right. I can't be giving a child paracetamol every day, and any of those things. When the patient leaves you, he's going to think about the conversation that you've had. So as pharmacists, we must be prepared for those encounters, because we would have it if we want to do the right thing. So trust is important, and yes, it can be built over time. I think that should have answered the question.
Yes, thank you very much. Over to you, pharmacist Ater Patrick, please. Sorry, Farm Karim is up next, then Farm Ehitere Patrick is last. Sorry about that. Farm Karim, please, can you unmute?
Right. Okay, thank you. Farm Bumi and Farm Patrick are here. So how does the work I do depend largely on trust? Well, I think, first of all, I'm in a lucky position because my pharmacy is quite old. We were established in 1977. So longevity, by default, has just brought about trust from the customers, because they just feel, obviously, we're not shy about it. We put it in the front since 1977. So anybody coming in just has that, trust that, okay, whatever they hear here is experienced information. And then also we try and be a knowledge-based pharmacy. We don't really go with rumors or myths. There's so many of them flying about, all kinds of things, flagyl, tetracycline. So we try to be knowledge-based. And that's kind of like what I drum into all my pharmacists that join. we always have a myth versus truth session as they come in. Then just making the customers feel at ease, breaking down barriers of communication, like Fambumi said. You just need to, break down their, sometimes their arguments, because they feel actually coming to a pharmacy is their right, it's their money, so they can have whatever they want. It's like going to the market. You want tomato, you want orange, you buy the quantities you like. But no, we have to safeguard the public, their public health concerns when it comes to pharmacy. There are other ways to make money. We try and be professional. And over time, you just gain their trust by being truthful. Actually, some do appreciate that because they see that obviously it's against your interest to not want to sell. Eventually, anyway, initially, they might be arguing. And they're just breaking down the barriers of communication and increasing confidentiality, because that's also another thing. They want somewhere they can go and, expose their innermost secrets. And all these factors, I think, have helped us build trust over time. So I think that's just a general answer I could give right now. Hope that answers the question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Quickly, from Editor Patrick. Okay, cannot hear
Thank
him.
you
All
very
right.
from Karim and Mrs. Bumi. You've said most of what should be said. The trust factor is a huge currency that every pharmacist should take advantage of, because it would really, really pay off in every space you find yourself. Naturally, being a pharmacist, everybody trusts you. The fact that people trust that you convert a poison to become a medication to safeguard their health, it's trust already. So, me in community, it's something that we have consistently built over time. We try to ensure that people do not doubt what we say. So knowledge base is also a very, very huge factor, because not just your patients, other medical professionals will come to you to test your knowledge base. And if you do well, or if you are able to meet up with their requirement or their perspective, they tend to trust you. So we should, even in politics, your trust is a huge currency. You have to make sure that they don't doubt what you say. You keep to what you said, and so trust is something that no one can really put a value to. It's an invaluable tool for every space you find yourself. So you as an individual, you should always make well to try and ensure that they trust us, because that's a very important leadership tool or leadership attribute. That people will trust you, that whatever assumptions for vision that you have, they will key into it because in the past you've met the particular requirement, or based on your character, you meet that requirement for them to trust you. So trust is a very, very important factor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Farm Hater Patrick. So yeah, that was our panelists answering the question, how does the work they do depend largely on trust? And they've each taken a minute to walk us through that question. And I'm very sure that we're all thoroughly satisfied with the answers they have provided. So I think this question is directed to Farm Patrick. I'm not sure, but it looks like, yeah, it should be, because the question is about professional associations. Yeah. So the question goes like this. Being someone that has been a member of professional associations and been in leadership positions over the years, what are the challenges, the notable challenges that you can say you've encountered, and how were you able to overcome those challenges? So I'm guessing this question is coming from someone who is interested in piloting leadership activities or interested in associations and all of that. So please, over to you, sir. Patrick, you have to unmute. We can't hear you.
No, thank you. I've been trying to unmute
No
since.
problem.
Yes.
Welcome.
That question, your passion to serve as an individual, and like I emphasized during the talk, followership. It's a very, very important tool to even attain any form of leadership position. People should see that you are willing and ready and available and accessible to serve. So that challenge has always been that doubt at the initial where people do not really know you or do not even believe that you can do anything, but you consistently ask for that opportunity to serve. And with the barest minimum opportunity, you try and do as well as you can to ensure that they have that trust and believe in you over time. So it's always a challenge, the initial doubts, the initial change difference in perspective. People want to always climb stairs and you're talking about using an elevator, then they are telling you about power. And you're telling them how power can be made constant with a generator, and they're asking you about costs. So being able to have a vision and sell that vision to people and let them trust you enough to carry out that duty to ensure that that vision becomes a reality is a tall order. But you have to consistently show yourself worthy when given that opportunity. And participation is key, ensuring that you are always around and available and accessible when needed. Those are the very, very important aspect. The challenge is simple. They doubt you. They tend to have different perspective from what you maybe have envisioned, and it's always difficult. The older, younger generation difference in you want to have a party to host an event, and they're talking about interactive session and talking about the different people, the different age grades and what they expect. So being a good listener and being able to join ideas and make the best out of the ideas is also a very important skill. So those challenges will present themselves and you should be willing and ready to learn. Identify mentors who can guide you through the process, also very important too. That's all.
Thank you, Fam Patrick. I hope that has answered our question rather, because basically what he has said is identifying mentorship and mentors, and then being ready to learn. Very important. You need mentorship. You need mentorship actually, and then you need to be ready to learn. Okay, so there's another question. Actually, I've gotten two other questions, and yes, one other question just dropped in the chat box now. So I think I'm going to take that last one, the one that just dropped last. So let me take the ones that have come to my notice before now. So I'm reading it out. This is okay. The question is for farm. Okay, it didn't state. Okay, this is for farm. This is for farm Bumi. Yes, said in this. She said because the person said you talked about differentiating yourself like from other professionals. So he said it's a question of identity. So how do you politely tell a patient that you're not a nurse or a doctor without being defensive? That is for farm Bumi, I suppose.
Oh, okay, so if the question is, how do you say it? But I think it's important to say it. So you say it by saying it. And the thing about how you say, there's I don't know, it's not necessary to say, but the way that you say is sorry, when you're genuinely sorry, and the sorry where, oh, just keep quiet and let's get on with this conversation is different. So the point is how that you say what you say is very important, but we must say it. People don't regularly hear us say that we're pharmacists, but that's what we are. That's who we are. And we're proud to be pharmacists. If not, we wouldn't be convening this on this special day. So we just say it. Madam, I'm a pharmacist. Ah, doctor. And it's funny, let me just say that very quickly. So sometimes when people call us doctor, we like it. But when they say pharma anti-nurse, we don't like that one. So you see, it's also a bit about our conditioning and our mindsets, which we must work on. Just to leave that there, food for thought. You need to just say it. Doctor, if a doctor of pharmacy, you can add by saying, doctor of pharmacy, I am a pharmacist. That's fine. But when they say, oh, doctor, we like it, superior knowledge, I feel good, a bit of shoulder pads there and there. But then the point is, anti-nurse, I'm a pharmacist. You say it with a smile. The way that you say it is very important. And then if you're communicating irregularly, the next time they come and then they say, sorry, what did you, pharmacist? Just keep saying it. There's no other way to say it than to say it. I'm a pharmacist with a smile, a pleasant face. How can I help you today? Well, you're a drug specialist. Whatever that it is, but you say it. I don't think it's an issue to be flogged.
Thank you very much. So the answer is just say it. You have to say it. It's important to say it. So please, next time, let's not be too shy to say I'm a pharmacist, because you're a pharmacist and you're a trusted health professional. That's what you are. Thank you very much, Pharmacist Bumi Ulugbeja. Finally, I think this is for Farm Karim. It said that the question says that how do you regain trust, or how do you gain trust when you have lost it, especially for someone in your line of work? How do you gain trust, or how do you regain trust when you have lost it, especially for someone in your line of work? A lot of trust issues here and there. Over to you, Farm Karim. Farm Karim, we can't hear you. You're still muted. Can you unmute, please? Okay. Think that's a technicality issue. 1 second. Let's see if you can fix from our end. Please, the host, please unmute Farm Karim.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, Farm, we are with you now. Please go ahead.
Yes, so how do you regain trust after you have lost it, right? I'm guessing that's the question.
Yeah, like it's your patients or people you work with, where you work. I'm guessing that's what the person is trying to ask.
Yeah, I guess for the trust to be broken, you have probably done something wrong. You fell somebody's hand or something, some kind of wrong practice. I think the way to regain trust is just to turn the tables around. So you have to do better next time. Obviously, with regaining trust, you just have to hope you get the disappointment and never comes back. That opportunity is gone. But if you're lucky enough, the person comes back, you can regain trust by doing, obviously apologize sincerely, and then just try and do an assessment of what went wrong, what can be done to prevent it happening again, and put in protocols. If it's a pharmacy-wide issue, put in protocols that would avoid those kind of issues in the future. I think that's how I would answer that question. I hope that answers the question. Those are the few tips I have.
All right, fam. Thank you very much. So basically do better next time.
Yeah.
Because trust has been broken. You can only do so much to regain it. So yeah. Thank you very much. We have one last question in the chat box. That is still for Farm Patrick. Should I read that out now? Okay, 1 second, please. This is from a student. I'm supposing said, please, how can we as students improve our participation in associations, and also in improving healthcare activities like vaccination, etc. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that question. I really appreciate the fact that there is the interest already, which is the first thing, being interested. And I hope that we'll hack into that interest and develop it. Participating stems from the interest. I want to do this. Then you identify those who are doing it already, whether in faculty of pharmacy or in other faculties, but most especially your senior colleagues or seniors in the pharmacy profession, and allow them guide you on ways to go about it and how to combine both your academics and politics, because it's a very, very huge fit, because there are times that responsibilities in politics will take you away from your books for a very long time. You might not be able to attend classes as much as your colleagues. But those are very worthy sacrifices to make for your association, because if you don't do it, nobody does it. And at the end of the day, those dreams and aspirations, goals and objectives that you have for the society you belong or the association you belong would not be achieved. So the interest is very, very important. And we should just develop it. That's a major thing. So identify, like I said, mentors who would help you or guide you in that regard. And if you want to reach out to me, I will definitely do that personally. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Farm Patrick. Thank you very much, Farm Karim. Thank you very much, Pharmacist Bumi. It's been a wonderful time out here with you guys, and I'm sure we've learned one or two things on the topic of trust, where we work, how we interact with patients, how we see ourselves, and ensuring that they see us the way we want to be seen. I don't think we have any questions left. No, we've done justice to every question. So thank you very much all for sticking around. Right now, we're going to be moving into the party proper virtual party proper. Please don't leave. If you leave, you're going to miss out. We have lots of fun activities for us. The World Pharmacy Day as celebrated by young pharmacists as young pharmacists group. We started on Sunday through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today Saturday. Yeah. So okay, quickly before we do this, let's just have one final words from all our panelists. Just one final words because of time. Just 1 minute, please, or less from our panelists. So let's start with from Karim. Just one final words for us quickly to round up this session so we move. We don't have time again.
All right, just a final word from me is for us just to think about the numbers that I've spoken about. We have a huge disparity in number of pharmacists, also disparity in distribution of pharmacists. We need to work with regulation, public sector, government, to ensure that these numbers can be increased, and also the advocacy has to come from us. Because only when we have more numbers can we be trusted even more. Because the less they see a pharmacist, the less they know about a pharmacist. So I think that's my message for us to reflect on and for us to work together on how to increase the numbers of pharmacists, and for us that are, in the fight, we should just have to keep doing what we're doing, increasing our knowledge base, and keep connecting with our customers. Thank you.
Okay, over to Fan Patrick. One last final words for our participants. All right.
Thank you very much for the time and all the participants and the opportunity to be with us today. I'm really grateful. And I want us to understand that whatever association or society we belong, we have to be active followers. We have to know that good followership breeds good leadership, as well as good leadership would also breed good followership. So we must train ourselves to be part of the system and find ways to make the system better and not be those persons complaining on the sides or bystanders and watching things go sour. And that is one way we can really, really contribute for the quality and the betterment of our profession. Thank you very much.
Okay, please, is Fan Bumi with us?
Yes, I am. Up until you start your party, and then I'll run off. My last word would be congratulations to all of us. Pharmacy is such a noble profession, and every time that I say that, I honestly mean that. It's such I mean, for Farm Karim, for example, he's a second generation pharmacist. I don't know if, it's such a good thing. And for him to still be practicing, it means that he probably agrees. And I guess a lot of us on this platform, that it's a noble profession. So congratulations to all of us. Happy World Pharmacist Day. And then just to say, let's, as much as within our capacity and our limits, I understand that sometimes we may maybe find ourselves in very difficult positions, but as much as we can, let's be lights, let's be little pockets of lights wherever that we find ourselves. And in line with the theme, which is about the pharmacist and being your trusted professional. Let's do just that. Let's earn the trust and let's be truthful. Let's stay with the truth. Let's give our patients the best and watch this trust build till we become very formidable. We say maybe in Nigeria we're not really appreciated, but the truth of the matter is a lot depends on us. So the question is, are we living here to go and be a light? Are we living here to make the difference? I'm hoping that that's what this conversations are sought to have us discuss and to share amongst ourselves and to just say, let's go out and just be that light. Let's just go out and get the trust of our patients and just do things differently. Thank you very much. And well done to my co-panelists as well. Well done.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much. So quickly, before we move into the virtual party proper, I'd like if we could just type in the chat box, say thank you very much to our panelists. They've been wonderful. Just quickly type something nice to all of them. Okay, so we're having the chairperson, the person of Pharmacist Yimika Ogun, should be addressing us very quickly before we begin the virtual party proper. Pharmacist Yimika Ogun's the time is now.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, esteemed colleagues. Good afternoon from Karim, from Bumi, and from Patrick. Thank you so much for taking the time out to be with us and to share from your wealth of knowledge. I'm really grateful for you honoring our invitation, and we look forward to more opportunities to work with you and to also learn with you. And yes, I was going to comment on the student who asked a question about participation, how you can participate more in associations and all of that. I think beyond just participating, your first question should be, what's your motivation? What's your motivation? So you know if what you want to do is politics, where people get to vote for you for things, or what you want to do is professional organizations like, well, IPSF, they'll still vote for you eventually, but you know, organizations where you can volunteer and all of that. So you need to ask yourself that question first. And I'm sure that there are senior colleagues who have gone ahead that you can speak with, who will be able to offer you more guidance in that light. So on this note, thank you very much, everyone. And I wish you all a happy World Pharmacist Day, even as we go into the party part. Thank you so very much and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chairperson. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you, everyone that has stuck with us through all this time. We are almost 1 hour 15 minutes into since the start of this section, and now we want to begin the virtual party proper. And as God will have it, I'll try my best to still anchor and moderate this session here. Okay, so we have some games, we have some goodies. First of all, I want to congratulate all of us. I want to appreciate all the wonderful pharmacists that have joined us today. I want to thank you for doing your best wherever you find yourselves. I want to continue to encourage you that as we mark the World Pharmacist Day, that we continue to be agents of trust, people that the public can look up to, professionals that the public can believe in, and that we continue to do our own bid in making the world a healthier place for all of us. Yeah. So if you are ready for the party proper, please type ready in the chat box. So I know that there are people that are ready to win one thing or the other. Just type ready in the chat box. So I know that I have the permission to go on. All right. Just one ready. People are not ready. Okay, two. Okay. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. Thank you very much. Okay, won't waste much of your time. So I'll be starting with, okay, let me just do a quick rundown for those that do not have the privilege of following us through all our activities for the week. We started with we had video series projecting pharmacists as agents of trust in community, in hospital, in public health, in research and academia. And so far we had young pharmacists that volunteered to make these in educative videos for us that we posted every day for the past 5 days. Yes. So we also had facts and history that we shared about the profession. So you can go check our page on Instagram and Twitter, or at PSN-YPG. Follow us if you're not doing that, because you've been missing out big time. You've been missing out to go and follow us. There are like a lot of things that you can get from what we have been doing, so you don't miss out. This is the way to get involved. With the I'll be starting with the Scrabble games. I'll type them in the chat box. So the rules are simple, really. It's just simple. I type the words in the chat box. You unscrabble the word. The fastest and the most correct answer, like the person to get the correct answer first. Yeah, that's it. So not just getting the answer correctly, but you're the first. Not just being the first, but getting it correctly wins. So I'll be doing that now. What are we getting? Okay, the winners, you drop your preferred you drop your preferred network, your preferred line, and the organizers, of which I'm part of the organizers. Amen. We'll reach out to you. Definitely, right? YPG does not lie. We are trusted. We'll reach out to you with on your preferred line for the giveaway, airtime giveaway. Yes. So I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure in Jesus' name. We don't lie. So this is the first Scrabble word. Let's go. If you're ready, please get typing. Yep. Everybody can participate except Roslyn and Pharmacist Yimika, please. No, it's not Timololo. It's not, sir. It's not Timololo. We can keep trying. Muna, you can try too. You can try. We have like 3 seconds or 3 minutes to round off this session. Muna is not a car. It's not a car. We don't have money for car now, but you can sponsor us, Muna. You can do it. What is statement, please? No, this is not hard now. Why are you guys making it look like I'm so wicked? Nobody wants to win this one. Okay? Okay. Nobody has won the first one yet. Maybe it's too hard. I don't know. But I really thought we could really do this. And there's nothing like meeting now. Is there? Let me type it again. All right. There's nothing like, okay. Please, I cannot laugh. You guys should not do. It's a very okay tips. It's a dosage form. It's a dosage form, something we use in pharmacy. Yeah, a dosage form. That's the clue. I've given clues. It's a dosage form. It's a valid word, but it's not. The word has an O now. Mitten does not have an O, so it's not. It's a dosage form, a semi-solid dosage form. I've given out all the clues. I've given up. Yes. For you, how can you win it? The clue was too much, I guess. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to give. Because Yumika is not supposed to play the game, so I'm going to give the win. The winner is going to be Okoli Muna. I think he was the second person. Who is that? Olamumi. Oh, okay, that's where you copied the answer from. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, Muna. They ran on your parade. All right. So we have a winner. Allow me. Please message me, Pharmacisimica, or Rosie with your preferred line. Mona, better luck next time. Your village people did not let you. Second one, quickly. Unscrabble it. Unscrabble it. Yeah. Unscrabble it. Get a word like that. Clues. Am I giving clues again? Okay, sorry. It's like I'm not seeing some messages. So because why is everybody telling me Olam was the first and I did not see that? Okay. All right. Clues. Oh. Okay. Clues. Oh, okay. Someone has already gotten it. No need for clues. No need for clues. Yeah. Muna, sorry. Someone has gotten it before you. Now, wow. This one is easy. All right. We have a winner. We have a winner. Okay. Please, Rosie, please let me take note of people that have gotten the answers correctly. This one, if you don't know it, I pity you. And if if you're using Glow Network, this game is not for you. Okay, sorry. The winner is Pharmacist Moma Hazan. He said I should call his name. This one, if you don't have good network, sorry you. This is the third Scrabble word. The third Scrabble word. This one, everybody should know it. It's a common word. It's a non-pharmacy word. It's a party word. It's a jaye jaye word. Why are we disqualifying Biko? Yeah, cruise. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Why does that make me so happy? Okay. We have a winner, Margaret won. Please, if you can allow me. Allow me. Wahala. Wahala for who no cruise, Abi. Okay, this one is hard actually. So it's also a party word. It's also an Owambe word. Thank you, Muna, for the vote of confidence. Okay, the fourth word rather. Fastest fingers. Correct answers, please. Occasion, correct. Thank you very much, Pharmacist Adebayo Oluwatobi. We have a winner. Okay, quickly, the last, because like 5 Scrabble words before we move. Pharmacist Ubong Mo, it's not your day. Today is not your day. How did you win? Does Adebayo that word now? You guys should not do, please. Okay, fine. Muna, you can give your gift over to him now if you want. There's no clue. This one is the last. There's no clue. If nobody gets it, I'll keep the money for myself. Thank you very much. Me too, I need airtime. I've not called my secretariat. Please, you guys should. It's a very simple word now. For those of you that are still single and searching, is your word. Muna, this word is for you. The single and searching ones. That's my only clue. Ah. Please, Rosalie will answer that. How much is the airtime? Rosalie will answer. Oh yeah, you have given clue. They have won. So who won like this? Which one is soulmate? Is this soul of shoe? Did I put S in the soulmates? I did. Okay. Yeah, one S. So it should not be soulmates. It's one. Oh, Chado, sorry. That's how you miss 7. You cannot win twice. That was I didn't make a rule like that now, so sorry. Rosaline, please, who is the winner? Okay, we want the airtime to reach everybody. Okay, I'll let Rosaline decide that very quickly. Please, if you have not won anything, type I have not won anything in the chat box. If you have not won anything, just type I have not won anything in the chat box. Mona, rest now. If you are just joining us, I have not won. Just type I have not won anything in the chat box. So we know We're taking notes of these names for prayers. You need to wash your head with water. I don't understand. 5 questions, you did not win any word. What happened? No, we need to pray now because it's serious. All simple things have been given, even with all the clues. Wow. Yeah, this section is for the, it's for the brave only. So we're going to be doing tongue twister. I have just 2 tongue twisters here. So I want Muna and Famuna and Pharmacist Moma to assist me in this session. Like they're going to be the ones to decide who the winners are. Yeah. So that means they're automatically disqualified, or should I say restricted from partaking in the game. So we can have other people win, because I don't understand what they're both trying to do here. Muna, don't worry. Muna, don't worry. We'll see the DM. Okay, so I'm going to type the tongue twister in the chat box now. Muna, don't worry, you win. It's not, maybe just not today. You're a winner. Yeah, it's not hard though. It's not hard, I promise you. So the rule of this one is that you have to unmute yourself, and you would say the words 3 times very fast. 3 times very fast. Okay. So good luck. No, you can't play, Mama. You're part of the judges. You and Muna, you guys are going to pick the winners for me, because I know the things I'm going to hear today. If you are ready to unmute, just signify, raise your hands that you want to go have a go at it. Yeah. Please, which one am I seeing like this up? Maybe I should pick people. Maybe I should pick people, because I've seen some people that are just cold in the room. They're not doing anything. Chado, you've been shouting since. Oh yeah, this is your time to shine. Pharmacist Lilian Ujungwa, Pharmacist Princess Udoye. Okay, I'm mentioning names, so feel free to unmute. And Pharmacist Junaidu Bello, Pharmacist David Friday, Pharmacist Charles Udokpo. My leader, you're here. Pharmacist Asuko. Our national vice chairman is here and he has not said anything. Oh yeah, please, Pharmacist Ajibade, you have to do something. Okay, people are raising their hands up. No, I don't want to pick people. Okay, you guys should not do this to me. Now I want other people to raise their hands. Everybody's shy. It's very easy. I mean, I can say it like 5 times without breaking. Okay. This hand you're raising, Yumika. Oh yeah, now Yumika, just do it for us. Let's hear you. Lord. Okay. Say that mistake. But yeah, the still raised up. You say that mistake. Please, oh, you guys should not be shy. In fact, I'm increasing the prize money for this particular one. All right, Muna. Let them see show them how it's done. Maybe they'll be TJ is volunteering. Okay. Oh yeah, now you can unmute though. In fact, unmute and just start. Yes, okay. Everybody has been raising. Who is this? Okay. You can unmute though, please.
Oh yeah, now let's go.
Please let's just go. Please.
I think it's Hassan Usman.
He can go now. He has unmuted. All right. Pharmacist Hassan
Yes, I'm
Usman.
with you.
Okay, we are waiting. Oh, good luck.
I can't find the words. Where are the words? I can't.
All right. Hold on. Let me go back to the chat box and resend it. Yeah. Okay. I've sent the words again. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Mama. All right.
Send us to the 10,000, 10 or tenths.
3 times. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Send us to the 10,000, 10 or tenths. Send us to the 10,000, 10 or tenths. Send us to the 10,000, 10 or tenths.
It's not fast now. And it's
This is
still
not fast enough.
okay, thank you very much. Oh. Like I said, it is Mama and Muna that will decide.
Okay, non-stop.
Non-stop, yes. That was the rule. 3 times non-stop.
So let me give you a shot again.
All right. I like that.
Send
Give a
us to
shot.
the 10,000, 10 or tenths. Send us to the 10,000, 10 or tenths. Send us to the 10,000, 10 or tenths.
Not bad. Not bad if you ask me. Thank you very much. Okay. Who wants to challenge? Or should we give it to him? Oh, see you, Mr. Perfect. Who wants to challenge? Who they challenge? Okay, Pharmacist Ubong Umor, this is your time. Have a shot at it. Yeah. I saw his hands too. I hope it's not mistake. Pharmacist Ubong Umor. Still gathering mind. Pharmacist Ubong Umor, I'm calling you.
Well, let's do this.
All right. Okay. Thank you for your confidence. Are you ready?
Maybe. Okay. 10 toes to the 10,000, 10 thousand. 10 toes to the 10,000, 10 thousand. 10 toes to the 10,000, 10 thousand.
Okay. Oh. Famoma, Famuna, what do you guys think? Was that good enough? Can we put that?
Which one do you know? Please?
Okay, he said you weren't too audible, so people couldn't really hear what you were saying. Can you take that again and this time audible? You're far from your mic. Okay. You're waiting, oh. What's the challenge?
Okay. 10 toes to the 10 stout 10, 10 tall 10. 10 toes to the 10 stout 10, 10 tall 10. 10 toes to the 10 stout 10, 10 tall 10.
Okay. Margaret, not by mouth, please unmute. Thank you very much, pharmacist Obog Omor. I would let the judges fight over that one. Quickly, I'm going into the next one. They are going to announce the winners after. So I'll announce the winners. Like they'll tell me the winners and I'll announce them. And yeah, so don't worry. We're very transparent people. So the next one, I wanted to like give us a preview as per who I am. You get to showcase my skills, but I felt like I don't want to set the standards too high. Like I don't want to, discourage people. So I'm just gonna type it in the chat box. Mika, let's not do this to ourselves today. Okay, good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. If you have teeth, you cannot pronounce this word, Sha. Who's ready? Yimika, are you ready? Go, Yimika. Say what to be this. Now, tongue twister now. Pharmacist B, is he here? Why am I seeing his name and I've not even heard his voice? Let me go and fish him out if he's here. Since I nominate B, please, oh. Hassan is still raising his hand, so now wow, this prize must be won. Pharmacist Princess, they've nominated you like twice now, Seth. Are you ready? Okay, oh. Hassan is still raising hands up. One more person. One more challenger. Margaret, go Margaret. It's not hard though. You need to be able to show your oratory skills. The public speakers in our midst. Don't be a Chado. Chado cannot do it, please. I don't believe in him. If not, why is he still here unmuted? Hey. Say now go people. Margaret, you don't used to go. Which one is go people? Please, somebody else should try it now. You guys should not do this to me. You guys can do it. But let me go to the chat box and start fishing out people. Okay. From inside is here. It is over. We have a winner. Good evening. I've been afternoon. Abdul Salam Oyerinde, Farm Abdul. Don't hide. You guys should not sit in the audience. Come up and show young pharmacists who you are. Pambello Ishak. Pharmacist Khalid. Pharmacist Khalid Salako. Farm Naima Ariko. Nancy Okoye. Farm Aminu Muhammad. People are plenty in this room and nobody said no. Okay, Margaret is raising her hand finally. Oh yeah, now Margaret, over to you. Princess is raising her hand too. Okay, let's do this. So we're going to start with Princess, no, Margaret, and then Princess, and then Farm Hazan. Three of them. So, Pharmacist, Margaret, the time is now.
Okay. A song starts on the song and sing the song. A song starts on the song and sing the song. A song, the song and sing the song.
Can everybody still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. I had a little network disconnection there. So I did not hear Margaret very well. But I'm seeing the messages and looks like she finished work. I don't know. Okay, she went off. No wonder. I was wondering if it was my network. Okay, Princess. Okay, Princess. I think Margaret must have fainted because it's not easy. Hopefully she'll be revived in a minute or two and come back to the competition. It's getting hotter, and we have Princess ready to show us how it's done. Princess, the time is now. Okay, from Nancy Okoye, put your hands up, like show. Okay, Princess has disappeared. Abby, is she back? People are raising hands. Let's go for the money. Let's do this. So who wants to go next? Apparently Margaret disappeared. Abby, she fainted. We don't know, but looks like she's back and all is well again with the world. Princess, is she back, or can we take someone else? Okay, going to call Pharmacist Lillian. Pharmacist Lillian Ujunwa, please unmute.
Hello.
Hi.
A song sat on the stump and think the stump stump. A song sat on the stump and think the stump stump. A song sat on the stump and think the stump stump. Did you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, we did. Thank you. We are still deciding.
All right.
She tried, Sha. But I was hearing a song. Is this song I said? I said skunk now.
I said
thank you.
skunk.
But it was something like song now. Do you want to try again?
Okay, let me try again.
Thank you.
A skunk sat on the stump and think the stump stunk. A skunk sat on the stump and think the stump stunk.
Even your roommate.
I don't know why she's disturbing me. She's just stop. Am I supposed to try again, or have you heard me now?
We've heard you. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
Thank you so much for that brave attempt. The last person, let me check. Pharmacist Nancy. Pharmacist Nancy, please, you can mute. The time is now.
Okay. Can I go now?
Yes, sure. Go ahead, please.
Okay. A skunk sat on the stump and think the stump stunk. A skunk sat on the stump and think the stump stunk. A skunk sat on the stump and think the stump stunk. A skunk sat on the stump. Please, I give up.
This is funny.
Oh my God. I give up.
Thank you. Please. Easy, go on. Thank you so much. while we wait pharmacist Moma and pharmacist Muna to come up with the winners for both sections, like for the both tongue twisters we just had. If you're just joining us, I don't know. I have no words really. I just want to let you know that you have missed terribly. You have missed. So general giveaways, yeah. General giveaways. This is me being nice. This is me being nice. I see a lot of people have not won anything. Who is still raising hand up? Okay, nobody. Let me lower our hands. All right, done. Yeah. So general giveaways. This is for everybody. How much are we winning? Like I said, you just message pharmacist, give me car, message pharmacist Rosalie with your preferred line. Famisa, this one is for you then. So fastest finger. We wanted to do airtime, share fastest finger, airtime, and all of that, but this is more exciting, yeah. So drugs beginning with letter R. Letter R, fastest finger.
Rosuvastatin. Rosuvastatin.
Somebody said rosuvastatin. Who was that?
Pharmacist Hassan.
Pharmacist Hazard. Okay. Thank you very much. You have one winner. If you want Pharmacist Hazard to win everything, oh yeah, now after you say we do not give anything. Okay, one winner there. I would appreciate if we just type instead. It's better. So we'll know who exactly said what and where exactly it was said.
That's what I wanted to ask.
Who is asking?
Is Lillian? Sorry for the interruption. I wanted to know if it is typing or speech.
Sorry. So it's better we type so people know who typed first. Yeah. No be fastest finger again, a fastest voice. No, so it's typing because like fastest finger typing. So okay, so I want to make it a little more interesting. So instead of giving me one drug, you're going to give me 3 drugs that start with that letter. Fastest finger. So I'm going to mention another letter. Fastest finger. Type in the chat box, please. 3 drugs that start with that same letter. Not 3 different letters, though. That same letter. Yeah, the rules are quite easy to follow. Yes, 3. Thank you. My dear, I don't know. No, we are done with that. Like, we're done with R. I just want to go with something else. Okay, letter O. Letter O. Fastest finger, 3 drugs. Letter O. I won't recognize just one answer. 3 answers. Wahala for who no type fast too. Wahala for who no type fast. Okay. Yubika won, yeah, but she's going to give her prize to somebody else. I'm sure she's very generous like that. Okay. Thank you, ma, for your kindness. Yeah, she won, but she has messaged me that she wants to give the prize to somebody else. Like the fastest person to message her first privately should give her prize to the person. All right. Let her say it. Okay. Let her say it. I'm waiting for her to she will not fall in my hands now. We are one. Rosalie, what do you mean? Wahala. This is serious. This is serious. More serious. Okay, in fact, let's let that let's let that fight continue sometime later. But we shall know that we Mimika won. Whatever she decides to do with her win is up to her, I guess. All right then. So we've taken 2 now. Shared one randomly. Okay, drugs that start with the letter C. C for cruise. Okay, let's go. 3 drugs that start with the letter C. Nancy and always sending one answer. Yay. Which one is cancer? Cancer and a drug. Who will not kill me? I said C now. C. C for cruise. Okay, correct. We have pharmacists over more ciprofloxacin, cimetidine, and carbimazole. That's the winner. That's the winner. Oh, you cannot cheat your way out of this world, though. Already, you cannot use washing and patronizing to win this one. Okay. And Nancy, yours came first, but you mentioned only 2 now, Abi. Why don't you type them together? It's better, please. So we don't have any confusion. Type them together, 3 at once. Okay. If you've not won anything, you have to win. What am I checking, Mama?
It's Oriente that won.
Someone saying something?
It's Abdul that won, Abdul Salam.
How did he win? I saw this person's message first, though.
Go back and check. Go back and check.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, sorry. After cancer, that came carbamazepine, carbimazole, cimetidine. Thank you so much. Thank you, Abdul Salam Oyerinde. Your village people will not deprive you of this in Jesus' name. All right. So that's the winner. Yeah, Nancy, do better. You can. Okay. Hey, wahala. Ubong, sorry. So sorry. Okay. This one has to be the hardest. So I'm going to type the letter in the box first. 3 drugs. Type them at once, please. So at once. You can now just type them at once, even if it's together. We'll still understand. Even if you use comma or full stop to differentiate, we'll still see them. The pharmacists. All right. Letter what's drug words that start with drug names rather that start with letter Y. Y for Yimika. Let me see how you want to rush. I put this one. Because even me, I don't know. See, I put not rushing again. What's happening? There's no drug name that start with Y. You go Guinea. Why am I saying Yugoslavia? I didn't say country. Oh wow, people are very creative. Oh. What is? I can't. What? Can't even pronounce some things I'm seeing here. What? Please, is yeast a drug? Now, is it only me that does not know that yeast is a drug? Which one be Yasmin? Please, I cannot laugh. Okay. Oh.
Yasmin is a drug. Oh, stay there.
Sorry. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Oh. It's okay now if you want to kill me. I know. I've heard now. It's a drug. Fine. So who is now the winner? Is Yasmin a drug? Please, the drug lord now missed. Confirm for me. Oh. My dear, even me, I shock. I didn't know someone can win this. If you ask me a drug, what class of drug is it? So we can educate those that don't know. Me, I don't know. Okay. The thing is
Combination of estradiol and those.
Please, we cannot hear that. Can you take that again?
It's an oral contraceptive. It's a combination of drospirenone and ethinyl estradiol.
So is it a brand name or is it a generic?
Now,
Because that
I
combination
feel
drug,
it's a brand name.
and it's brand because a combination drug.
yeah, yeah now.
But brand name now they say drug. Can't use brand name now. How about?
Okay, it's like I'm
It don't
going to
enter
cancel.
like that, I beg.
We can't use brand name. They are pharmacists.
No, we should
Thank
not be
you.
using brand names now. We should not be advocating for brand names now. Come on. If you ask me, oh, if you ask me, oh, it's like saying, it's like saying, which brand name do I even know like this? Like the white accounting. It's not. Can't call that a drug name. Yeah. Okay. So undecided. Let me pick something easier. Drug name that begins with what? Yellow fever vaccine. What? Ah, cannot do this. Why are you typing that, Margaret? Margaret, we say why you're typing H. Higher waiting, like as in leave that Yasmin alone. You have decided we'll not use it, please. So that peace will reign. Hassan is the thought that counts. Okay now. All right. Okay, drug name that begins with I. Fastest finger. 3 drug names. I. I for Islam. Um, okay. Family Smart in the building. Hello. Thank you for joining us. You cannot mention no man. Which one is iodine now? You have start. Hey, voila. I just want more. Even me, I don't know. I'm confused. You guys are just okay. So who won this one now like this? Because this iodine is in somehow. Me too, I'm shocked though, because iodine will be drug now. Hey, okay, Lillian. We'll give it to Lillian, yeah. Lillian won. Itraconazole, indomethacin, ibuprofen. Thank you very much. Those are correct. Yep. It's a drug, but when they are normal names, me. Oh, yeah, you want something before now. Leave it for Lillian. Okay. Who is this one? Khalid. Iodine is a drug in the context of radio labeling. Why you no answer? Yeah, they thank you, no vex. All right. It seems we have a lot of intelligent people here. They are now educating us that iodine is a drug in the context of radio labeling. Wahala for who no know about radio labeling. Oh, wahala. Okay. Oh. Yeah, pharmacists, and then there are pharmacists here. Who is this one that is typing you Emmanuel? Which network is it? Glow Abimo?
Okay. Hi guys. It seems Cynthia went off just now. Can you hear me? Please, can you all hear
I
me?
can hear you.
Yes.
Yes,
We
we
are
can
good.
hear
Yes,
you.
we can hear you.
It seems Linda Cynthia has gone off. Actually we've come to the end of the game. Like it's really fun having you guys around.
Oh,
You say
We
what?
will not be.
You guys want to continue the game?
yes.
Don't worry, we'll
Yes.
continue later in the night on Telegram. We'll continue on Telegram.
Okay.
Yes. If you are not on our Telegram group chat, please just signify.
Let's continue on Clubhouse now.
You say what?
Sure,
I think we'll continue on Clubhouse now.
We'll continue on Telegram, please, on our
That
page on
clubhouse
Telegram.
is
And
job
please,
that
no,
that I'm back.
please, if you know you want something today, kindly send me your number, like now, before we end this
Wow.
call.
Let me send my number.
If you want, no, please, no, yeah, people have all the records. Please, if you want, just send me your details. Not like account details, though, please. Your phone number.
Please,
Send
who
me
is
your
talking? I can't
Thank
see.
you very much.
Rosaline. Oh God. Okay, there are many
Please,
Rosaline.
you've not called the results now for the voice, the tongue twister. Mama and Muna.
Okay. How many tongue twister, please?
Okay, where's Muna? Muna.
I don't think Mona is still available.
Muna is not here. Muna is
Okay,
not
for the
here.
tongue twister, the person closest to being perfect is that's for the first one is Hassan. Then
Okay.
the second one is Ubong.
Okay. So congratulations, Pharmacists Hassan and Ubong. This people are typing your numbers here. Send it privately now. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yo, I'm still waiting. Olawumi has not replied. Adebayo has not replied. Margaret has not replied. Ima. Ima has replied.
Ima.
Okay, Margaret. I've seen Margaret. Privately, where? Like, there's a way you can send me a private message. Ubong, I've seen yours.
Please, what's your name again?
Rosaline.
All right.
But I think there are many Rosaline on this place. Sha.
Which of them?
Message. Hi. I just sent hi now. So you send the message. Okay.
Okay.
You're even
Okay,
Jolly
so I
Rosie.
have just 2, 4, 6. Just 6 people has replied me. Ubong, I've seen yours. Usman Hassan, okay.
I want in Jesus' name, or I send my own.
I cannot see your own, no. I will never see.
Have you seen my own?
Lillian?
Yes.
Yes.
You never see Bao.
So
What did you say?
So I have Usman Hassan, Emmanuel Aboyi, Abdul, Margaret, Ubong, and Lillian. Hope I'm not missing anyone out.
No.
I think it's just Olawumi and Adebayo that have not sent theirs, and I don't know if they are still online. Olawumi and Adebayo, okay, I don't think they are online again. So thank you all for joining this section, and happy World Pharmacist Day to everyone. I hope you know I won't. No, you can't win twice, please. You can win just once. We said it before. Thank you all, and please don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms and always engage. whenever you see a post. So the best way to see our post fast is to turn on notification. Please and please, if you're not following us on Instagram, please do so at PSN-YPG. Please. And don't forget, we'll continue later this night on Telegram. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Happy World Pharmacist Day.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Happy to be here.
Yeah, let me just tell you guys, I love you all. Have
love
a wonderful
you too.
celebration.
We love you too.
My rice, my chicken. I'm available for enjoyment.
Send money. One of my love language. Send money.
Send me
Money is your love
money.
language.
Send me
Yeah, yo.
goodies. I'm a young pharmacist. I need money.
We all need money.
Go ahead.